What's going on, everybody? This is Cloud Makes the Switch, and here we are with some more Switch news for today. We're gonna jump right in. So, ARMS displays a notification when maintenance is about to happen. Can quit the Grand Prix and return later. The ARMS global test bunch has been taking place all over the course of various rounds throughout the weekend. There are a couple things worth highlighting here as we didn't know about them previously. First, ARMS can display a system notification when the maintenance is about to begin. You can see this in the left-hand corner, both the in-game and Switch home screen. It's a neat and useful way to inform players when online play is going down for maintenance. We also have news about the Grand Prix. If you want to quit the mode but have already finished a few fights, it won't be a problem. That's because you can leave and then return later. It will certainly be helpful for those who don't want to complete the Grand Prix all at once. So there you go. When you do story mode, which is what the Grand Prix kind of is, you can do a few fights, shut it off, save it, come back to it, do more fights, so you don't have to worry about having a dedicated session if you just want to get some quick fighting of the Grand Prix. And for the notification thing, I did see that when I played the test punch, so that is 100% true, and that's pretty awesome. We're going to get into the next news. I am not a fan of this now. I'm going to let this be known. This is ridiculous. We've seen this happen with Rime? We've seen this happen with a few other games that their retail version, their physical copy version, is more expensive than the digital version, and that's just ridiculous to me. It's stupid, but it says it was confirmed yesterday that Switch will be receiving a physical version of Shine More X. Well, that's definitely great. There's a downside. Amazon currently shows the Switch version at $30 on PS4, Xbox One. It's listed as $20. Which I don't really understand this at all. I don't understand how the Switch version is going to be $10 more than the PS4 or the Xbox One. Not really a fan of that. Honestly, I have nothing positive to say about that. The devs need to wisen up, smarten up, and just cut this bullcrap out because it's just stupid. And I don't support that stupidity. Next, we're going to talk about Splatoon 2 Hero Mode tidbits. And voice chat will not work with random strangers. So this week issue of Famitsu contains a Splatoon 2 feature, although it's largely based on the information covered in the game's trailer and recent tweets. There are some new tidbits. Below are a few digits we came across in the magazine about the Hero Mode campaign. Octorian's world is more feminine than the past one in Splatoon. So wow, that's actually interesting. Since there's an icon at the top right of the UI, there will be Sunken Scroll Collection feature again, so there will be more collecting the scrolls. Hero Suit can grow. The suits shown in screenshots are from the level 1 form. The machine gun looking weapon is just called a hero shooter in the Japanese version. It's an orthodox standard shooter. Octolings might use different sub-weapons when they use different main weapons. Octolings will also have various weapons unlike the first Splatoon. Famitsu shows them using the slosher, blaster, and weapons that will have different type of sub-weapons. Usable special weapons differs by the situation, so each stage or level will most likely have a different type of special weapon, and Sheldon will bring you new weapons using his drone. Elsewhere, in the latest issue of Games TM, a couple of Splatoon 2 developers talked about voice chat. It's confirmed that players will only be able to communicate with people they know, and chatting with random strangers is not possible. Producer Yusuke Amato, director Hashini Namagari said Splatoon is basically designed as a game that you can enjoy without direction, right? Without direction communication. Pretty much sure you meant to say without direct communication. The reason we included voice chat this time is because we wanted users who already know each other to enjoy the game more deeply using a communication tool that's linked to the game. Basically the same environment as the previous game that has been preserved, so there is no need for concern. Voice chat can only be used when playing with someone you know, such as in private matchmaking. Voice chat with someone you don't know in random matchmaking will not happen. So there you go. There's voice chat, but it's a limited voice chat, and you only be able to play with people you know because it's private matchmaking. There's your answer. If you want to know if Splatoon 2 will have voice chat. And also there's a bunch of news we just covered for the hero mode. Pretty awesome stuff. This one's it's kind of funny. I don't know why I threw it in here, but you can get a water bottle when you check in at them in My Nintendo at 2017 Summer Play Tour. Check in and get your My Nintendo water and water bottle. Pretty cool. It's a collector's item, so yeah. The Situ collection got some footage. You can go check that out. Not really much to show. This is pretty older news, but I guess it's just recirculating and letting you know that here it is. So Square Enix will talk about Dragon Quest XI Switch version when the timing is right. Everybody's been asking questions about XI. When's it coming? What we doing? Where's your direction? We're seeing all these cool news. We're seeing leaks from the magazines. What's going on, Square Enix? And they're like, listen, we're gonna talk when we want. They say, during a live stream hosted earlier today, Dragon Quest XI producer and series creator Yuri commented on the game Switch version. Unfortunately, though, they couldn't really say anything, and here's what they said: we can't say anything about we can't say anything concrete about regarding the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI. When the timing comes, then we can say something. There are grown-up reasons when the time that we can say something does come. I think we'll have something to say. So if you can please wait. Dragon Quest creator Yuri also said there is various circumstances. What those circumstances are not made clear. Could be NDA. Most likely NDA. So keep that in mind. This is a business, by the way. So big boys world, NDAs and stuff like that. You can't talk. Dragon Quest X though, not XI. X launches for Switch in Japan on September 21st. First footage on the Switch screen. So go into YouTube, type in Dragon Quest X first footage on Switch screen, because it comes out in Japan September 21st. Is it coming to America? Who knows? But Switch is region free. Download it on eShop if you want to, brother. Monster Hunter XX Switch versus the 3DS comparisons. We have some pictures below where we can see the differences. Now, I don't know about you, but to me the differences are freaking huge. Look at the texture, sloppy, degrading to that sexy, lovable, mouth-watering goodness. Let's go to the next picture. This is the only article I'll probably look at all the pictures because this is important. Got that bottom all pixelated fish, but look at that. Clear textures, HD quality, reflection off the water, waterfall. You can't really see the waterfall there. This is some stuff you notice right off the bat. Just keep looking at these screens. Yeah, I mean, I prefer the Switch version 100%. Boys, 100%. Oh yeah, without doubt. Switch all day. Switch all day. Cave Story file size. When Cave Story Plus arrives in June, you can pick up the game in one or two ways. Nickel intends to release the game physically, though will also be sold on the eShop. In the Switch eShop, it's now updated with the file size. It'll take up 137 MB, and that is really nothing. So you can go pick it up on June 20th, either physical or digital. Your choice. It's not going to take up much space either way, so do what you want to do. Bye! Next is Dragon Quest XI Countdown Carnival live stream recording new footage. There's a lot of news to cover this freaking day. You can go to the live stream and check it out. It's all in Japanese, but luckily the good folks at good folks at Nintendo Everything here. Shout out to Nintendo Everything. They pretty much got all the translations and broke it down for us. So we're gonna get into it right now. A desert town called Samadachi was revealed. Before the development of Dragon Quest XI, the staff went to Marapichu so you could see the atmosphere reflected on the map. While monsters on Dragon Quest Life website were called Incarnations of Time. Okay. You'll frequently encounter them in various locations throughout the game world. Hori couldn't say much about these monsters as it would be a major spoiler, but there are 20 bases including villages, towns, castles. A Japanese-style fire town was shown. A major event will happen there. Dragon Quest XI will have a restricted play system, which I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's not going to be more open world as everybody thought it would be, so it's going to be a lot linear, but have open world aspects like Final Fantasy 15 perhaps. This lets you play the game with certain restrictions. A screenshot was shown while shopping was restricted. Even when you talk to the owner of the shop while playing with shopping restrictions, you won't be able to see what he is selling. So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but we broke it all down, and that is the news for today. That is a lot to cover. Tell me what you think. Matter of fact, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Feel free to drop a comment. I am a new channel. I read and respond to every single comment. I'm Cloud, and I made the Switch, and so can you. What do you think about the Monster Hunter on the 3DS versus the Switch? Which version you gonna pick up? You already know what I'm picking up. I shouldn't have to tell you. What is this channel for? You know, it's all about the Switch, baby. Hit me up and hit that sub button and give me a like. E3's around the corner, so you know we gotta cover E3, cause E3, Nintendo's going to win. Thanks for rocking with me, guys. God bless and peace.